roster go? For the first time in the 2019 season, welcome into San Luis Obispo for another edition of Caneo Oaks Baseball on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Jordan Brenner alongside Zach Engberg, Emily Hilsinger helping us out with production today. Zach, today feels like a big game for a couple reasons. Yesterday, the Oaks snapped a 5-game losing streak. They defeated the Santa Barbara Foresters 8-5 in a thriller at Pershing Park. And then the next reason why today's game is exciting is because the Oaks will play against the biggest crowd they faced this season, a packed house here at Sinsheimer Stadium. Feels like a great day for baseball, and the Oaks are locked and loaded, and they're looking to make that win streak too.
Yeah, it'll be a great Sunday afternoon matinee. You know, I was talking to some players before the game. They don't get too fazed by the crowd, although when we started talking four digits, they were a little bit surprised. But Travis Weston on the hill today, who has been undoubtedly the Oaks' best pitcher, he's going to try to quell the Blues' offense that has not been stellar this season. And on the flip side, the Oaks offense, which has started to click on all cylinders, is going to face a pretty dominant Blues pitching staff, Jordan. But yesterday, 8 runs against the Foresters, a big 2-run double from Zach Kamenko that sealed the game in the 8th. And let's hope that they can start going on a run. Obviously, that 5-game losing streak was a big bummer, not only to them, I mean to everybody involved, really. Well, the Oaks saw some good pitching yesterday against Santa Barbara. They do not get a break here today against the SLO Blues. How about a 2.56 ERA for the Blues this season and 211 innings pitched? This team, they're not, building up to the middle of the season. This is a team that's gone through the grind already. They're 16-7 overall, though in the CCL they're only 4-6. This is a team that sees a lot of revolving door players in and out, but overall they have 3 or 4 really talented hitters in the meat of their order and a very deep bullpen. Should be a handful for the Oaks today. Yeah, so starting for the Blues today, Derek True has only gone 3 innings, has a 6 ERA, actually has the lowest ERA on the Blues team. We'll see if the Oaks can take advantage of that. But regardless, I think this offense is in a groove right now to the point that I think they can pitch well against they can hit well against any pitcher, Jordan. Well, we'll go right into starting lineups today. Caneo is wearing their baby blue uniforms with white numbers and letters across the chest. Their lineup looks like this. Justin Ammons leads off, plays center field. After yesterday, he only had 1 hit, which was a double in the 4th inning. Tyler Odekirk at second, hitting second. Kevin Graham DHing and batting third. Nico Lima, the left fielder, 4th. Jacob Castro at first base. Will Picketts shifts over from short to third today in his 2nd start of the season. He's batting 6th. Raul Sandoval in right field batting 7th. Daniel Krasnick gets the nod behind the plate. He's batting 8th. Gabe Baldovino, the shortstop, is hitting 9th for the Oaks. And like you said, Travis Weston, the lefty, will get the start. Former San Diego State University member. Derek True gets the nod for the SLO Blues. We'll go through their field
Ford Sherrington's in left field. Ryan Cole in center. Hunter Swift is the right fielder. Topi Rumfield is at first base. Tyson Corio at second. Dane Stankiewicz, the lone returner from the starting lineup, is playing shortstop. Ruben Mercado is at third, and Miles Emerson is behind the plate. Just about set for the national anthem. Zach, Caneo enters today's game with a lot of opportunity because last week, there's no other way to put it other than a grind. It was tough going on the road. This is the Oaks' 6th game in 6 days. 5 of those games are on the road. They lost 5 in a row. Yesterday, they got the first win. You figure if they catch one today before the off day, then they go back to Thousand Oaks for 3 at home. That's a good thing that can propel this team to a stretch run.
Well, this is a momentum-building game, certainly, and I know I've said this a couple times. I thought the goal for the weekend should be 2-1. They lost the first game to Arroyo Seco. They won yesterday in Santa Barbara. Today, on the road in a hostile environment, to close out this 5 road games in 6 games in 6 games in 6 days would be massive heading into next week, the final week in June as the playoff push starts heating up, Jordan.
Well, the Blues are taking the field. They're wearing a little bit of a unique jersey. They are putting these jerseys up for auction. It's a good look. They have their, what is that? They have the navy blue socks and then more of a turquoise line before the black numbers and white base to the jerseys. It's a good look, Zach.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's a little bit different. A lot of colors, a little bit accented, but it is a good look. And it's perfect for San Luis Obispo.
Important for the Oaks today will be keeping Ryan Cole off of the base paths. He's hitting .361 out of the leadoff spot for this Blues team. Yesterday he went 2 for 4 with 3 runs. There are a number of players up and down this lineup who are hitting well above .300. We're going to take a quick break as we pause for the national anthem. And when we come back, the first pitch on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Broadcasting Network from Scheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo. Gorgeous Sunday afternoon. We appreciate you spending it with us. Well, Zach, the last week or so, the Oaks lineup has been rounded out a little bit. You add in a guy like Kevin Graham and Justin Ammons to the lineup, your offense is bound to see a little bit more production. We've seen that the last few days those guys, even though, Ammons only had one hit yesterday, Graham hasn't been himself dealing with pneumonia the last week and a half. The feeling around this lineup and the depth of this lineup has changed, and it's forced opposing pitchers to just attack this team a bit differently.
Well, last night, the big hitter, Zach Kamenko, was hitting 8th in the order, and we've seen Game Baldovino put up numbers from 8th and 9th in the order. So when you add that to the talent at the top, as you mentioned, Justin Ammons, who's been fantastic in his first few games, Jacob Castro, who's been good in his first week, he's starting to heat up, Nico Lima, who's been touching the ball up well, and Kevin Graham, as you mentioned, once he gets hot, once he gets going, that's a piece that can unlock this lineup and take it to new levels, maybe one of the best up there with the Forces and the Riptide in the league.
The righty Derek True getting ready to throw the first pitch of this ball game. It was an early morning for the Conejo Oaks. 8 a.m. bus ride from Thousand Oaks, but a beautiful ride up the coast here in California. The lineups have been exchanged. The field has been taken. We're just about set for baseball. The first three for Conejo will be Justin Ammons, the center fielder, Tyler Odekirk, followed by Kevin Graham. A reiteration of the line on the pitcher, Derek True. He's gone 3 innings this summer. His ERA is at 6. He has struck out 5 batters. He hasn't walked anybody yet. So he's going to be throwing strikes today, and we know for a fact Justin Ammons likes strikes here in the CCL. He's caught fire early on in this season. Ammons is hitting .318 with 24 plate appearances this summer. He's got 7 hits. He's scored 5 runs. And our first pitch of the day is thrown at 109, and it comes in outside.
Already 3 doubles this season. Only one behind Nico Lima, who has the lead with 4.
Next pitch is called a strike. Not quite a full house here at Sinsheimer Stadium, but we're expecting north of 1,000. The 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Ammons swings and misses on a well-located 2-seamer towards the outside half. And it's 1-2. This SLO team, it's been an interesting season so far. They play more games against non-CCL opponents than almost anyone. They got their season going all the way back in May on the 25th as the 1-2 comes in off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out, top of the first. They started their season with 7 straight victories. Their first loss, though, came in their first CCL game. Swing and a miss on a heater outside. Ammons down swinging, 1 gone here in the top of the first. And next up for Conejo is the right-handed infielder, Tyler Odekirk, hitting .226 this season, 8 singles, 12 overall hits. He's got 2 doubles and a homer this year. He scored 8 runs, a .349 on-base percentage. The first pitch is in at the knees for a strike to Odekirk. Tyler was given the day off yesterday, didn't start. The day before, he was in the lineup hitting second, and he went 0 for 4 with a walk. The no-ball, 1-strike pitch, swing and a miss, breaking ball away, 0-2.
Derek True has had everything working so far today. That fastball is pumping in, good placement, and that breaking ball right there, as we saw, had Tyler Odekirk just missing.
One thing that's clear about him is he's going to be pounding the strike zone. Oaks got to be ready to swing. No balls, 2 strikes with an out in the frame. The pitch is a breaking ball that drops in low and outside. We're treated well here in San Luis Obispo, Zach. The only press box that we've had so far this season. We know that there is, well, actually, I guess the Academy Barons. 1-2, swinging a high foul ball to the right side, out of play.
Only true press box, up high.
Yep.
They got VIP signs pointing up.
It's just a really interesting operation here. Feels like a minor league type of game day. A number of interns, barbecue, 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down into the outside. 2 straight swinging strikeouts for Derek True. And there's 2 outs in the top of the first. Here comes Kevin Graham. Still waiting for him to break out, Zach. Had a huge season as a freshman All-American at Ole Miss this past year. Talked to Kevin before the game. He's been dealing with pneumonia the past week and a half. Hasn't been swinging it. And he fouls the first pitch back, and it's 0-1 to Graham. It's funny how just a week and a half or so without swinging a bat, a guy of his caliber who I'm sure has taken BP almost every day of his life.
Absolutely.
It could throw you off. No balls, 1 strike, 2 gone. Infield and outfield straight away for the Blues. Low and inside on the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
0-0 game, 2 away for Kevin Graham.
The Blues are led by their 3rd-year manager, Dan Marple. 1-1 roller to the right side, foul.
Derek True getting ahead in counts early, 1-2.
And 1-2 to Graham. Big game for the Conejo Oaks today. Oaks had a must-win game here last year late in the season. A stretch for the postseason. 1-2 high and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Graham looks like he was pushed off the plate there.
You know, it's funny, I asked him earlier today because he is a fantastic hitter. Had a great freshman year at Ole Miss, freshman All-American. I asked him, what's his approach at the plate? And he basically just said, I want to do damage. I want to hit the ball well. That's what you want to hear from a pure hitter like him.
Saw him connect with one in the 7th inning yesterday. Flew out to deep left center field at Pershing Park. A couple players were joking with him, 5 feet to the left. That's probably his first home run of the summer.
Or it's stolen at the wall by Eric Kennedy.
Right.
Either way.
Playing first base for the Oaks this summer. The lefty with a sweet swing awaits the 2-2 pitch. He checks his swing on a low breaking ball. Yes, he did go. The tag applied by Emerson. 3 straight swinging strikeouts by Derek True. And the Oaks are scoreless through a half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And we're on to the bottom of the first inning from Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo. The Blues bring up Ryan Cole, Hunter Swift, and Tyson Carrio when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom 1, Sinsheimer Stadium, a sunny day in SLO. The Oaks field looks like this. Lima, Ammons, Sandoval, left to right in the outfield. Pickett's Baldovino, third base to shortstop. The second baseman, Tyler Odekirk. Jacob Castro mans first base. Daniel Krasnick gets the nod as the starting catcher. And we see the lefty, Travis Weston, getting the start on the hill. Here's the Blues lineup. Ryan Cole leads off. He's hitting .361. Hunter Swift second, .367. Going to be important to get those 2 guys out at the top of the lineup. Tyson Corio third, followed by Miles Emerson, the catcher. Ford Sherrington, the left fielder. Ruben Mercado, the third baseman, hitting .368. Our first pitch is low to Cole. Toby Rumfield is batting seventh. Dean Stinkowitz is eighth. And Ryan McCarty DHing and hitting ninth. Swinging a fly ball. This one to right field. Sandoval under it, and he makes the catch for out number one. Travis Weston so far this season has been terrific. He started 3 different games, Zach, and each one he has really hit his groove as the game has progressed. But he's also had some pretty impressive starts. First time we saw him this year, he struck out the side in the first inning. And 12 1/3 innings, he has a 2.18 ERA. The lefty's offering is on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
And he's been even better in CCL play. On the CCL leaderboard, he has the third best ERA of qualifying pitchers at .93 and 9 2/3, 12 Ks.
Leads the Oaks with 16 strikeouts, has only walked 4 batters. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hunter Swift. He's hitting .367 with 3 doubles, 2 triples, no homers yet. One of the rocks in this lineup. The lefty swings and taps one to the right and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gorgeous crowd here in SLO. Talking before the game. People love to hike here. They love to go to the beach. And in the summertime, they love their Blues baseball. High chopper up the middle. This one has eyes for center. Baldovino races to take it away, but not nearly in time to get the speedy Swift. He's aboard with the first single of the game. And, Zach, there goes the no-hitter.
He'll get one this summer.
I don't know about that. Don't know if he has the innings in his arm. A little League base hit to start us off. First hit either side. The Oaks were sent down in order. 3 swinging strikeouts against Derek True in the top half of the first. Swing and a miss by Tyson Corio, the second baseman. Only 1 extra base hit this summer. Was a double. He's a switch hitter, but he's batting righty here. Runner on first with an out in the inning. Scoreless still. Weston deals. Swing and a miss. Change up below the knees, and it's 0-2.
You'll see him do that to guys. They don't know how to judge the timing when he throws the fastball out there. He'll start him off with a changeup and then throw the curveball out there. And right there you saw Corio had no idea what to do with that pitch.
Corio, a .279 hitter. And it's now 1-2 count. Heater outside. Misspoke a little bit earlier. Corio actually has a home run this season along with 3 doubles, no triples yet. He's appeared in the batter's box 78 times. Runner on first, 1 away. 1-2 pitch from Weston. Breaking ball lifted, right field. Near the line, Sandoval races to it, but it bounces out of play, and it's 1-2 still. San Luis Obispo got their win yesterday. That was their second in a row. They beat the Arroyo Seco Saints 7-3. 1 ball, 2 strikes with an out in the inning. Weston checks the runner. Now peers in for a sign. Swing and a line drive left field. Lima comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Miles Emerson is next with 2 outs in the inning. Hunter Swift is on first. Travis Weston, a pitcher that you and I have just enjoyed watching pitch. We know he had a lot of mileage on the arm from this past college season. It's always a privilege to watch Travis Weston pitch because we don't know how long he's going to be out there this summer.
Yeah, and every game is a little bit different from Weston. He'll throw something different out there. He is a delight to watch, Jordan, absolutely.
2 gone in the frame. Bottom 1 from Sinsheimer. Runner goes from first. Fastball away. Krasnick's throw to second on a bounce. is caught by the second baseman, Odekirk. Not nearly in time. Swift steals second.
He is Swift.
Good one.
I mean, he was staring me in the face.
And he's stolen 3 bases in a row now for the Blues. It's 0-1 to Emerson, the pitch from Weston.
For Swift, that is his 6th stolen base of the summer. 0-1 with 2 gone. Low, Krasnick blocks it. Last time we saw Daniel Krasnick start was back in Thousand Oaks. And we noticed the first 5 or 6 innings or so, Daniel Krasnick looked really good defensively behind the plate. Still working that endurance up, so important for a catcher, especially at this level. 1 ball, 1 strike. Odekirk begins to guard second, retreats back to his spot as that pitch is swung on and missed on a changeup down and away.
Count for Miles Emerson in a scoreless game in the bottom of the first. He has Swift on second for a chance for the Blues to take the lead. First meeting.
Miles Emerson wears number 28 for this ball club. Hasn't had a hit so far this summer. He's only played in 2 games, though. Only has 3 plate appearances and 2 at-bats. He's walked once. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Oaks will have Lima, Castro, and Pickett's in the top of the second inning as fans still are making their way through the entrance on the left side and finding their seats here at Sinsheimer. 1-2, runner goes from second, but it's a foul ball down the left field line on the ground.
Emerson looking for a little bit of redemption. His very first game, very first at bat for the Blues, the bases were loaded with 1 out. He grounds into a double play. Later that game, he's thrown out at home plate.
Ball and 2 strikes now. Weston retakes the left side of the rubber from our vantage point, the right side for him. Big lead on second for Hunter Swift. Oaks trying to get back into the dugout. Weston, the lefty, checks the runner and deals. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball right side. Backhand off of the sleeve of Castro. He throws back to Weston covering, and he's in there in time for the out. 3-1 on the ground out, and in the inning, no runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left. Scoreless through a full inning. Back for top 2 when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Second in the bottom of the
Top of the second inning, Oaks looking to do better than they did in the top of the first. They were tired after Derek True faced the minimum and struck out the side. Nico Lima, the left fielder for Caneo, takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strike.
It would be tough to do worse unless they went for the immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts and 9 pitches, but Nico Lima, that's who you want to start the inning.
0-1, high fly ball right side, out of play. Lima's hitting .339 this summer. He leads this team with 71 plate appearances. He is also the team leader in hits with 21. 16 have been singles, 4 doubles, and a home run. But, Zach, it's fair to say that there's been a lot left to be had for Nico Limo. But that's another strikeout for the SLO Blues, a fastball inside corner. 4 straight strikeouts for the Blues starter Derek True. I mean, he's got the heater going. He's got the off-speed going. The Oaks just look confused out there.
It's impressive also when you think about he just finished his senior year in high school, hasn't even played a lick of college, and he's out here making everybody look silly.
Jacob Castro is next, the first baseman from UC Irvine. Castro takes outside 1-0. He's hitting .278 this season with 10 hits, 8 singles, and a couple doubles. He's really heated up as of late. He doubled. But first, the pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes to Castro. Actually only singled yesterday in 4 plate appearances. He went 1 for 4 and scored a run in the second. Takes a heater inside, 3 balls, no strikes. So Derek True losing a little bit of command here. A glimmer of hope for the Conejo Oaks. 3 balls, no strikes, scoreless in inning number 2. True kicks the knee and fires. A fastball on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dan Marple is only one of the many coaches the SLO Blues have seen. This is a team with quite the history. Fly ball out to center field. Cole drifting over to left center. And the center fielder makes the grab for out number 2.
That's actually an encouraging sign for the Oaks because instead of striking out, they at least put the ball in play and fly out to Ryan Cole in center.
Will Pickens is next for the Oaks. The third baseman got his first start of the summer. Made his first appearance of the summer yesterday. He hit in the 2-hole and impressed. Had an RBI single in the second inning, part of a 1-for-2 performance. He shows bunt, gets it down beautifully down the left side. Pickett's hustling, and he's there at first base for a base hit. Zach, do you remember the first thing I told you about Will Pickett?
I was just about to say he can bunt, and he can bunt well. That was beautifully delivered right there.
That's the thing about Will Pickett. I mean, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but I would venture he's the best bunter in the CCL, and nobody knows it yet.
Brenner Damas.
I mean, to get that down so well down the third base line, there was no chance. I don't care if Albert Pujols was running. He would have beaten that one out. Oaks get their first hit as Raul Sandoval takes a fastball up and tight for a ball, 1-0.
I know there's a lot of debate in the baseball community about the baseball ethics of bunting to break up a no-hitter. Obviously, early in the game you talk about it, but beautifully delivered right there by Will Pickett.
The 1-0 to Sandoval, again upstairs, 2-0 to him. Sandoval's hitting .231 this summer with 10 singles and a double and a homer. He's walked 6 times and leads the team with 20 strikeouts. Back into the lineup today after an off day yesterday, though he did come into the ball game in the 8th inning and struck out swinging. Replaced Steele Ledford in center field. 2-0. No runs a hit, no errors. Both teams with the same line. Big lead for Pickett's. Back pick to first on target. The tag down, but Pickett slides in head first safely. Pitch was called a strike, and it's now 2-1. Got going at 109. 6th game in 6 days. So far, the Oaks are 1-4. Cracked back to the screen on a foul ball, 2-2. Oaks got behind early yesterday. They were down 1-0 through 1 full inning. Didn't take long for them to get back into the ball game, though. A 5 spot on 5 hits in the second inning. Santa Barbara's poor defense helped him out. 2-2 pitch, runner goes, but a swing and a miss. And strikeout number 5 for Derek True through 1.5 innings. No runs on a hit, no errors. A runner left. The Oaks get their first hit and break up the no-hitter, but they're held scoreless for the second straight inning. Bottom 2 when we come back. Sherrington, Mercado, and Rumfield when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Of the second, a hit.
Bottom 2 from Sinsheimer Stadium. The Blues looking to get on the board. But first, a swing and a miss for Ford Sherrington, the left fielder, on a nice pitch by Travis Weston. Weston gave up an infield hit to Hunter Swift in the first inning, but other than that, he was good. And a foul ball down the left side. No balls, 2 strikes.
Sherrington from Dallas, Texas, goes to Hendrix College in Arkansas. Junior year, he was second team all-conference.
And the 0-2 pitch, elevated fastball, swung on and missed, and Sherrington's down on strikes. Weston's first K today, and we expect to see a bunch more of those. He gets the 156 hitter down on strikes. That's Sherrington's 12th K of the summer.
It's always fun to see what he does on that 2-strike pitch. Sometimes it's a changeup, sometimes it's a curveball. He can use anything.
First pitch to Mercado.
Ruben Mercado, the 368 hitter, takes a strike.
Mercado, the sophomore,
he has a home run this summer.
signed with San Jose State.
Head coach of this Blues team, Dan Marple, in his 3rd season. And next pitch is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mercado, a couple doubles and a triple this summer. Ground ball to shortstop. Ball to Vino across the diamond for a 6-3, second out of the second. Dan Marple was brought on in April of 2017. He's a guy with a lot of experience in Southern California baseball. Way back in high school, back in 1971 in the area, he was named a first-team All-CIF member, was drafted out of high school to the Baltimore Orioles, decided to play ball at Cal Poly, though. Curves in there for a strike, 0-1 to Toby Rumfield.
Rumfield making his 18th start for the Blues.
Rumfield is hitting .213 this season. Swings and misses at the 0-1, 0-2. And we see both pitchers early on in this ball game pounding the zone, making it very difficult for hitters who had to wake up awfully early this morning. No balls, 2 strikes, couple outs. Nobody on. High fastball on a check swing, but he holds up 1 and 2.
2 misses upstairs. It's 1 and 2. That was a check swing from Rumfield. They didn't go around.
On field with 9 singles this summer. Ground ball to second, backhand stop by Odekirk, back to first, 4-3, and a perfect frame for Travis Weston, who's gone through 2 scoreless. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Scoreless through 2 full, and we're back for the third from Sinsheimer Stadium on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Pitching change, and that's a welcomed development for the Conejo Oaks in this ball game. Daniel Krasnick takes the first pitch from Mitchell Scott, the Cal Berkeley Bear. And it's 1-0. Derek True went 2 innings, gave up a hit, and struck out 5 Conejo Oaks. A 1-0 is at the knees for a strike. Didn't give up any runs, as we're scoreless in the top of the 3rd inning. Mitchell Scott, the righty, get you his numbers after this pitch. 1-1 pitch to Kras. Checks his swing and fouls one off the net to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mitchell Scott's gone 8 innings this summer for the Blues, 2.25 ERA. He struck out 15 batters compared to only 5 walks. Now the 1-2. And a breaking ball, Kras fights it off.
Another one of those great bullpen arms for the Blues.
Daniel Krasnick will continue to talk about it anytime he gets into the game. Has 9 walks for a .458 on-base percentage. His average is 133. The 1-2 is a called 3rd strike. And the Oaks have struck out now 6 times early in this ball game. The first for Scott. And there's 1 away in the 3rd.
Between the Blues and the Oaks, their first meeting of 2019 at Sinsheimer Stadium. The Blues are
next up for the Conejo Oaks, Gabe Baldovino, the shortstop. Gabe takes a strike on the outside corner. Looked a bit wide, but Gabe will deal with it. He's hitting .273 this summer with 10 singles, 12 overall hits, has scored 11 runs and walked a team high 14 times. Now the 0-1. High on the heater. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitchell Scott went 1-2 this past season at Cal in 11 1/3 innings. Had 8 earned runs against him. The set in the 1-1. 12-6 breaking ball in for a strike. 1-2 to Baldovino. Oaks have the top of the order after this hitter with Justin Ammons. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do 1-2 again.
I think it's safe to say, Jordan, whether it's Mitchell Scott, Derek True, whoever else, the Blues, they pump in strikes. Lots of strikes.
I mean, this is a team that strikes you out. They average more than 10 per 9 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Low on the off-speed pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gabe. Yesterday, Baldovino went 1 for 4. Stole a bag on the infield single to second. Back in the second. The 2-2 to him. On the outside corner, a nice frame job from Miles Emerson. And this Blue is hunting strikes today. That looked a bit outside. Instead, it's the 7th Conejo Oaks strikeout in 3 innings. Second for Mitchell Scott.
The inning's not even over, Jordan.
That was a hometown call. We'll put it that way. Fans here at Sinsheimer, they're very polite. They're loud. They'll get rowdy.
Once the beer starts flowing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still only 143, right? Justin Ammons swings and lines one foul to the left side. Ammons swung and missed and struck out in the first inning.
Junior from Tennessee has been a fixture on the lineup the past couple years. For the
Ammons out of Tennessee, SEC. The 1-0 pitch to the lefty. Ammons cuts through one, and it's 0-2.
Scott a pitch away from striking out the side, and that would give the Blues 2 innings out of 3.
Only hit for the Oaks was a Will Pickett's bunt down the third base side. Other than that, they have been tortured. No balls, 2 strikes. 2
eliminated.
Outs. And the pitch to Ammons. A check swing on a off-speed pitch low and outside. 1-2.
Poked his bat out for it, but ended up deciding against it. Blues playing back in the infield except for Mercado, who's a little up towards
his Blues rotation early on. I mean, shades of the Foresters and Riptide. A 2-strike pitch with a ball, swung on and missed, dropped by Emerson, the throw to first. And Mitchell Scott strikes out the side in his first inning of work. And through the first 10 hitters, the San Luis Obispo Blues have struck out 8 Conejo Oaks. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Bottom 3, and Dane Stankiewicz when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bottom 3, Travis Weston trots out for his 3rd inning of work. The Blues have been flashy on the mound today. 8 strikeouts in their first 10 batters faced, but the Oaks will take a scoreless tie as we head into the bottom of the 3rd. Weston's only struck out 1 batter. Dane Stankiewicz swings and chops one to second, first pitch, 4-3, and the 2nd out of the inning. Next up is Ryan McCarty, the DH.
One away in the bottom of the 3rd in a 0-0 game. To the bottom of the lineup we go for the Blues with the DH Ryan McCarty. McCarty's had his struggles at the plate so far this season.
Ryan McCarty wears number 14 for this team. A .222 hitter this summer.
First pitch to McCarty.
A lefty deals a first pitch heater for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Travis Weston has been such a steady force at the top of this rotation. Rotation that brings back guys like Aiden Dolan and Jerry Ramirez. As the 0-1 is swung on and missed on the outside corner. But at the same time, losing guys like Justin Friedman and Dylan Francis, always difficult. So Travis Weston's done a great job. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. The second strikeout of the game for Travis Weston. And now the Blues start chirping about the wide zone. Better be careful. They've gotten their fair share of hometown calls so far.
At least he's consistent, Jordan. At least he's consistent.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. Weston, you talk a lot about great starting pitchers. There'll be power pitchers. There'll be guys who would pump in strikes 90, 91. Weston's more finesse, but he's filthy.
Ryan Cole takes a strike. Cole flew out to right field in the first inning. One of the tougher outs in this SLO Blues lineup. The 0-1. Cracked out of play, foul, right to the kids' corner, and off they go. They got a nice little basketball net set up for the kids.
I'll take you on, Jordan.
You'll take me on, and you'll lose. The 0-2 pitch. Did he go? The appeal to first. It looked close, but the first base umpire says no, he did not break the wrist. And it's 1-2. Beautiful, beautiful spectacle here in San Luis Obispo. Maybe not the nicest pure field, but certainly an environment that's unmatched in the Southern Division of the CCL. 1-2, and Weston misses on a fastball that gets away from him, runs to the arm side and off the plate away. 2-2. Weston quickly back. His pitch, breaking ball, hit down the left side and foul. Will Pickett's a backhand stop, but it was outside the bag. And the Oaks, fortunate, that probably would have been a single for the speedy Ryan Cole.
That would have taken quite the arm, eh? That would have been a Matt Chapman-esque play, Jordan, if he had made that one.
Oh, yeah. One of the emerging defensive third baseman in baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty with 2 gone. The pitch swung on and missed. Fastball on the outside corner, and he struck him out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Travis Weston. And though he hasn't had the quantity of strikeouts as the SLO Blues, he's matched them pitch for pitch. He's got 3 Ks in the ballgame. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. To the 4th, and some Zach Engberg play-by-play when we come back on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Can you guess what they did?
Top of the 4th, scoreless here at St. Scheimer Stadium for play-by-play. The 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. Here's Zach Engberg.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Fantastic first 3 innings. They really blew by, huh?
It happens when you have a couple pitchers that have only given up 1 hit apiece.
What is that, 11 strikeouts so far combined? The first pitch from Scott to Odekirk outside. Odekirk was showing bunt. It's 1-0. Second pitch low and away, and it's quickly 2-0. Mitchell Scott, his second inning of work last time. Struck out the side, 2 looking, 1 swinging. Tyler Odekirk go for 1 today, and guess what? He struck out. No surprise there. And he strikes out again. You can almost pencil in almost every at-bat Jordan there's going to be. Oh, it looks like he fouled it off. 2-1.
It's all right.
It's been a long week, man. I'm tired. I got to apologize right there. Fouls that one off. I've been conditioned. It's 2-2. I've honestly been conditioned every. It's going to be a strikeout every time. Regardless, it's 2-2.
Hit that subscribe button. You'll get all the Blues action, home and away, and you won't miss a pick because you'll be notified.
Tyler Odekirk, 2-2 pitch. Scott delivers, and he takes the breaking ball outside, and it's 3-2 full count.
First full count. 4 and Oaks batted.
Blues have not thrown many balls today, so Odekirk working a full count here to open up the 4th inning, a promising sign. Bloops that one to the second baseman, and that'll be an easy play for Tyson Corio. And there's one down now. Big Kevin Graham up for the Oaks. Graham yet to record a hit in this summer. Only 2 walks, and today he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
I think we're getting to that point, Zach, where we started off expecting it, but now he's just due for one.
Hammered to left field.
Slams that one, and it's going to drop into left field. That blops against the wall, and he's going to get into second safely. That was the first hit of the season right there, Jordan.
That was pretty well timed, wasn't it?
I think you knew what you were doing. First pitch swinging, gets some on the outside corner, drives it to left field.
It's interesting. Kevin Graham is a natural pull hitter, but his most impressive swings have both been opposite field blops. Is that what you said, up against the wall?
Yeah, I don't know what that word was.
I liked it. But anyway,
coming up with stuff. Nico Lima up now for the Oaks.
Kevin Graham, a guy who has the world of potential, and once he realizes he's got power to all fields, that's pretty scary.
Lima fouls that one off high. That'll land out of play. 0-1. He's absolutely a natural hitter. He can hit to all fields. He does have pull power, but as you mentioned and as we've seen, in most parks, also in the CCL, left field is a little bit shorter, so if he can start doing damage there, that'd be big. Mitchell Scott, a big breaking ball. It hangs. Graham goes to third, and he is going to slide in there safely. The throw from Emerson was a little bit off. Mercado couldn't quite handle it, and Graham now on third base, one down. Nico Lima up, and it's a 1-1 count. Good base running by Graham. A bold decision to run. Got lucky a little bit off the bad throw from Emerson. But he's in there, and he's 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the day. Not only for the Oaks, but for anybody here. Lima takes 1-1, low and outside, and it's 2-1. Graham getting on and trying to make a difference here after his first hit of the season. Lima for one today with a strikeout, and that's a swing and a miss right there, and it's quickly 2-2, one down. Mitchell Scott allowing the second hit of the day for the Oaks, the first to leave the infield. And the 2-2 is up and outside, goes to the backstop. Graham comes in to score, and the Oaks are on the board here. They take a 1-0 lead in the top of the fourth. Graham with a great piece of hitting, some good base running. Gets some high fives as he comes in with his first run of the season for Conejo. And Nico Lima's up. Still a 2-2 count. But now the Oaks are up 1-0.
Oh, doesn't that feel like a big run early in this ball game? I mean, this is a deep Blues rotation. They're going to be throwing heat all day today.
3-2 pitch. Lima drives it. That looks like it's going to drop into the gap. Stops off in the grass in center, right center.
Starting to feel like that was just the first time through the order for the Oaks. They're starting to feel more comfortable. First time playing in front of a big crowd. A little bit of nerves coming off high of Foresters yesterday.
Maybe a little bit of early morning.
Sure.
Woke up early. Don't
Coffee's
get many 1
down
p.m.
now.
starts, absolutely, yeah. Now they're starting to get rolling. And we've seen this offense when it gets rolling. It can be dangerous. Lima on first, takes a big lead. Couple steps. Jacob Castro up. Castro 0 for 1 today. Lima's running. The throw from Emerson. Lima's in there. Waiting for the call, and he's... Oh, it's safe. Lima with a stolen base. Corio couldn't quite handle the throw. Dropped it, landed right next. Actually, landed next to the second base. Dribbled a little bit towards shortstop, and Lima's on second base in scoring position. One down, Jacob Castro up. The Oaks are already up 1-0, looking to do a little more damage. Castro, the 1-0 count. He drives that one into center. But it looks like it's going to be an easy play for Ryan Cole. Makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Lima stuck at second. Ball was not quite deep enough to get him over. And there's 2 down for Will Pickett's. Pickett's bunted for a single in the second inning, as you mentioned, Jordan. Fantastic bunter.
A little bit of Oaks history for you. Last time the Oaks and Blues squared off was right here at Sinsheimer Stadium late last season as the Oaks are pushing for the postseason.
Pickett's takes first pitch high and outside, and it's 1-0.
Blues won that game 13-8. It was a high-scoring affair in front of a big crowd. Saw Jordan McFarland with 3 hits. Chase Cockrell had 2 hits. Brandon Lewis had 2 hits. It was a party.
Pickett's fouls the 1-0 off towards the Blues dugout, and it's 1-1. I know the offense last year when it got going, Chase Cockrell, Brandon Lewis, it could get really going. And I feel like this offense, obviously, you have a little more knowledge, but this offense has that same kind of potential.
Oh, no doubt about it. You may not have that same type of superstar like a Brandon Lewis.
As Pickett's takes the 1-1 high and outside, and it's 2-1.
I mean, Brandon Lewis had a historically dominant season last summer. It's hard to match that, but a guy like Nico Lima, Jacob Castro, and Kevin Graham in the middle of the order, that's a formidable 3.
2-1 pitch to Pickett's, and he fouls that one back, and it's 2-2. And then you talk about Gabe Baldovino at the bottom of the order. He's been a good hitter.
And that's where this lineup, I think, separates itself from last year's lineup, because 1 through 9 you have intriguing prospects. That's not to take anything away from last year's team. That was a deep and complete lineup as well.
Pickett's takes 2-2. Lima runs. Lima safely in the third. That pitch was high, and it's 3-2. Nico Lima, 2 stolen bases this inning.
And now he has 7 for the season.
You talk about a guy who can hit the ball well, hit it for power, and run on the bases. That's a prospect. The full count pitch delivered to Pickett's. Pickett's dribbles it to the second baseman. That should be an easy play for Corio. Corio goes 4-3. Lima comes across, but it's not going to matter. The inning is over, and the Oaks with a run, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave Lima stranded at third. Take a 1-0 lead as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Looks like Travis Weston's going to come back out. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
In the bottom of the fourth.
Travis Weston back out for the Conejo Oaks, facing off against the 2-3-4 hitters for the San Luis Obispo Blues, Hunter Swift, Tyson Corio, and Miles Emerson. Weston has faced only one over the minimum, allowed a single in the first to Hunter Swift and left him stranded. Struck out 2 last inning as that first pitch pumped in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-1. 2 strikeouts last inning, 3 today. No runs, a hit, no walks. He's been fantastic once again, no surprise. That's a breaking ball, beautifully dropped in there, and it's quickly 0-2.
I want Oaks fans really quickly to just appreciate what we're watching in Travis Weston, for him to go out every 5th day.
The 0-2 pitch a little bit inside. Swift backs off, and it's 1-2.
What he's doing this season is, I feel like we're taking it for granted because there's so many other storylines to talk about. Travis Weston could be the team MVP so far this year.
1-2 pitch is high, and it's 2-2. He really is unlike any pitcher I've seen in the CCL this year. We've talked about it. He's very unique. The 2-2 pitch blooped into center, but Ammons is going to make that play. A fly out to center field, and there's 1 down. Weston continues his hot roll. He's retired 9 in a row after that single allowed to Swift in the first. And Tyson Corio up now for the Blues. Corio 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left in the first. He's got the tough challenge now of facing Travis Weston, who's on a roll. He's got the all-red bat. Delivers the first pitch. Fouls it back towards the backstop. And it's 0-1.
They just kept him around. He's been playing that well.
It's a beautiful day here in San Luis Obispo. Just past 2 o'clock. A little bit of wind, but not too much. It's real nice and sunny. Corio fouls that one back, and it's 0-2. I forgot to put on my sunscreen again today, Jordan.
Well, good thing we got a roof on.
I just want a reminder out there, anybody. If you're outside, put on sunscreen.
PSA. Thank you for doing important work, Zach.
I'm trying. I really am. The 0-2 pitch. Weston delivers. Krasnick with a nice grab. Very high, and it's 1-2. The nice grab, and then the tough throw. Weston can't handle it. Odekirk throws it to Weston, and he's back on the mound ready to work, and it's 1-2 to Corio.
So Corio had to play, and then he's back into the lineup today. Endless streak for Corio. This is his 19th appearance for the Blues, 17th start.
The 1-2 pitch delivered on the outside corner, and that's a called strike 3. Corio looks to his side, shakes his head, walks off, still shaking his head. Another strikeout for Travis Weston. He's on a roll, and the ump is on a roll today, Jordan.
Feels kind of like early in this ball game. You know, baseball's a marathon, right? And it felt like the Blues are just sprinting out of the gates, and the Oaks are pacing themselves. I mean, to strike out 8 of their first 10 batters, that's obviously something you want to do for the Blues.
First pitch to Emerson is outside, and it's 1-0.
But it felt like, you know, through 3 innings, like the Oaks were down, you know, something like 5-0. They looked helpless with the bats.
Weston, that second pitch, once again, a little bit outside, and it's 2-0.
They kept their head down. They kept on plugging away, and, you know, now they find themselves with a 1-0 lead. Still a long way to go, but just funny how this game plays out.
The 2-0 is way outside, and it's 3-0. If Weston is pitching like this, and the offense starts to come alive a little bit, I would feel good if I was the Oaks, feel in control. But that pitch, 3-0, is outside, 4-0.
So
that's a 4-pitch watch. Fourth pitch walk.
Sounds like you unlocked the formula, Zach, of good pitching and good hitting leads to victories. You should be being paid a lot of money. With that level of analysis?
Absolutely.
That's
I was
really
talking specifically about Travis Weston going 5 or 6 today. First pitch to Ford Sherrington in there, and it's 0-1. Miles Emerson, the second batter to reach base today for the Blues. 4-pitch walk. Weston throws the first, but he recovered quickly First pitch strike to Sherrington. We've seen the relievers have to do a lot of work lately for the Oaks, and relieving that load would be big. Goes back to first again, checking on Emerson.
Still 0-1 to Sherrington, wagging his bat by his...
Sherrington fouls the 0-1 pitch back, and it's 0-2. Weston with another chance to end this inning right here with a runner stranded.
Already behind 0-2. He went down in 3 pitches on his last at-bat. He's about to see the 3rd pitch of this at-bat. 0-2 to Sherrington.
0-2 pitch, 2 outs, a runner on first. Weston looking for his second strikeout of this inning. And a liner and a fantastic play right there. Wow, Will Pickett's a leaping grab on that line drive. That would have been down. That might have been able to score a run. Will Pickett's a fantastic play to end the inning. The Blues, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner stranded off that stellar play from Will Pickett's at third base. The Oaks still lead 1-0 as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Pearson Ole, the freshman out of Grand Canyon, out to replace Mitchell Scott, now on the hill for the San Luis Obispo Blues. Mitchell Scott went 2 innings, 2 hits, a run. It was earned. 3 strikeouts. First 2 pitchers today for the Blues have been fantastic. And Pearson Ole, if this past year at Grand Canyon is any indication, will be fantastic as well. And he's facing off against Raul Sandoval, who will lead off today for the Oaks this inning.
A freshman All-American, Zach. I'm excited to see him.
First pitch to Sandoval. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. A big throw from Stankovic. That's a 6-3 put down. There's 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Daniel Krasnick up. Krasnick go for 1 today. And what do you know? He struck out looking in the 3rd. Pearson Ole last year for Grand Canyon went 91 in the 3rd innings, 3.45 ERA. Went 7-5, 66 strikeouts and 19 walks. And the first pitch to Krasnick is pumped in there, and it's quickly an 0-1 count. Quickly, Krasnick a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. All wasting no time here in the top of the 5th inning. The Oaks with a 1-0 lead. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. The 0-2 pitch a little bit outside, and it's 1-2. The Blues, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. About to be halfway through this game. It's been just over an hour. Krasnick fouls the 1-2 back to the backstop, and it's still 1-2.
Throwing over 9
Pearson also far this season, 10 innings pitched, a 180 RA. The 1-2 pitch just misses, and it's 2-2.
Blues on recommendation from some of the Grand Canyon players. Jack Snyder, a player in the past.
Pearson, just another great arm in this Blues bullpen. The 2-2 pitch, a beautiful breaking ball, but not quite in there. And it's a full count, 3-2.
And again, Tom Prater doesn't give all the call. Full count now. Top of the fifth, one away with nobody on.
Full count.
He battles back.
One down. Krasnick, the pitch.
Swing and a high fly
Hits
ball.
that one. It looks like it's going to go foul, and it's out of play, and it's still a full count. Pearson all trying to mow down the bottom of this Oaks lineup. Krasnick up now. Baldovino will be up next. Justin Ammons from the top of the order will come up if either one of those two can get on. The 3-2 pitch. Krasnick takes a hack at it, smacks his bat on the ground in disgust. He misses on that, and that's another strikeout for the Blues. The first of the day for Pearson Ole. 9th of the day for the San Luis Obispo Blues and Jordan. Another arm, another strikeout machine.
I mean, this is getting a little bit crazy right now. I mean, something's in the water up here.
Gabe Baldovino grounds it right back to Pearson Ole. Struts over to first. Tosses it to Rumfield. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the new pitcher, Pearson Ole. The Oaks still lead 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if Travis Weston comes out or if it'll be a new pitcher. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Back out for his 5th inning of work. He's been fantastic. Only allowed 1 hit, no runs, only 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts so far today. Facing off against Ruben Mercado, the third baseman wearing number 3. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded into a 6-3 putout, and that's a bunt right there. But he knocks it foul. It'll be 0-1 to Mercado. Travis Weston once again. It seems like every time that he goes out, he gets a little better, a little more confident. And today, an absolute gem through 4 innings tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, and he's doing a great service to the bullpen that is taxed after yesterday. Remember, yesterday the Oaks didn't even have a starter. They went with the opener, Carson Carter. He only lasted 2 innings.
That 1 pitch was a little bit inside, dropped down. The 1-1 pitch grounded to Baldovino, a nice play. That'll be a 6-3 putout. Good defense from Baldovino, and there's 1 down now on the bottom of the 5th.
I mean, I could get used to this. Travis Weston is every inning. 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Only hit he gave up was Hunter Swift in the 2nd inning, and that was a little tapper that somehow was a little bit slow enough for the speedster to beat it out. Other than that, I mean, this is as good as we've seen any pitcher in the CCL.
First pitch to Rumfield. The breaking ball is in there for us. Nothing has got out of the infield. I mean, there have been some fly balls, but nothing far enough to make a difference. You add that infield single to the one walk, and it's about as good as it gets from Travis Weston. The 0-1 pitch. Rumfield looking silly on that one, and it's 0-2, one down. And that's what Weston will do to you. He changes pitches, changes speeds. You never know what's coming at you. And you miss consistently. 0-2 is high, and it's 1-2. Rumfield 0 for 1 today, grounded into a 4-3 put out in the 1-2-3 second inning. The 1-2 pitch, Rumfield drives it into right field. That'll drop down, and that's the second hit of the day. First hit outside of the infield. And the Blues have one on, one down, and Stankovic is up.
No problem. It's a game of baseball. You're bound to give up some hits, and good for the Blues for getting their first true knock of the ball game.
Looks like there's no action in the bullpen yet. This is Weston's game right now. Why shouldn't it be? He's been fantastic. Rumfield at first. Stankovic, who was 0 for 1 today, grounded into a 4-3 put out to lead off the third. Weston had 2 strikeouts in that third inning. Checks Rumfield at first, delivers the pitch. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
First pitch to Stankovic, fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Stankovic from Scottsdale, Arizona. It made sense to go to GCU and play for his father. His father, Andy, had 7 years of Major League experience, and his brother, Drew, is in the Phillies organization right now. 0-1 for Stankovic. Weston leans in.
It's 0-1 to Stankovic.
Now he takes a look at first.
Checks at Rumfield. A slow roller gets right past the first baseman. Odekirk makes a stop. Rumfield goes to third, and he'll be out at third. Rumfield stays at first. Not sure what Rumfield was doing. He was just kind of slowly trotting from second to third, easily thrown out. A good play by Tyler Odekirk, made the stop, made the right decision. And there's 2 down now. 1 runner on in the bottom of the 5th.
You ready for this? One of the weirder plays you'll see in baseball. A 4-6-5 fielder's choice. Tyler Odekirk didn't have to hustle for that ball. He knew that Stankovic was going to beat it out at first base. He hustled there anyway, turned around, found that Rumfield was trying to advance to third.
That first pitch is off the plate, and it's 1-0.
So Odekirk kept his head in the game, hit his cutoff man, the shortstop Baldovino, who threw to third for Picketts, who applied the tag to get the Grady Rumfield field.
Weston checks on Stankovic at first. Nothing doing there, and it's 1-0. Yeah, it was a really strange play. Rumfield wasn't really hustling to third either. I think he thought he could get there easily. Odekirk had other ideas. 1-0 pitch is pumped in there. McCarty takes a hack at it. Nowhere near that ball, and it's 1-1.
Odekirk doesn't make that play. There are runners on the corners with 1 out in a 1-run ball game. I mean, how about the confidence boost for Travis Weston, and maybe that allows him to go another inning.
It's massive, and another swing and a miss. And some more bad base running. Stankovic caught between first and second. He's in a pickle. That'll be a nice tag right there. Baldovino makes the tag. I'm not even going to try to figure out what the order on that one was, but regardless, it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, no runners left on after a couple base running errors for the Blues right there. We'll get you the bottom of the 5th, or we'll get you the top of the 6th inning. The Oaks will be up to bat once again, up 1-0. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
it's a comebacker. Second straight.
Ammons with a ground out to start the 6th inning. Apologize for the delay. I was making sure it was still Pearson all out there, which it is. 27, and there's quickly one down now in the top of the 6th inning. Tyler Odekirk up for the Oaks. The Oaks got a little lucky last inning. Some questionable base running from the San Luis Obispo Blues. Get out of that inning, allow 2 hits, but no runs. Weston continues to dominate in this game. Odekirk fouls the first pitch off, and it's 0-1.
We see a roaring wind from right to left field today. 335 down the left field side, 395 dead center, 320 down the right field line.
0-1 pitch is in there, and it's quickly 0-2. That should help guys like Nico Lima. And even we've seen Kevin Graham, who can go opposite field.
Right.
0-2 pitch. That one's outside, and it's 1-2. 335 to dead left, 380 to left center, 395 to straightaway center, 365 to right center, and about 320 down the right field line. The 1-2 pitch inside, and it's 2-2. But with this win, it's better for the lefty pull or the righty pull hitters. Odekirk rests the bat on his shoulders, calls time. It's a 2-2 count, one down here in the top of the 6th inning. The Oaks are running 3 hits, no errors. The Blues, no runs on 3 hits, no errors. The 2-2 pitch incoming. That's inside. Odekirk has to step back, and it's a full count now. Tyler Odekirk 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the first. Flew out to second in the 4th inning. The 3-2 pitch, Odekirk. Line drive right to the second baseman. Tyson Corio drops to his knee, makes a nice play, and there's 2 down now. In the top of the 6th, Kevin Graham, who had the big double down the left field line. Some good base running. Scored the lone run of the game in the top of the 4th. And we'll see, Jordan, if that run can spark something for Kevin Graham. Graham rocks his bat, takes first pitch, low and away, and it's 1-0.
Zach, this season has been so unique for the Conejo Oaks with their 6-9 record. Today's game is actually the outlier, despite how normal it seemed.
Graham swinging a miss right there, 1-1.
I mean, it's a 1-0 ball game. If you're just joining us, this game has been far from normal. 8 of the first 10 batters struck out for the Conejo Oaks.
The 1-1 pitch, Graham gets a piece of it, but not enough, fouls it off. And it's 1-2.
What's even more unusual is the fact that we're in a pitcher's duel. It's 1-0 here in the 6th inning. The only game that came close to this one was the Oaks' 2-1 loss against the Foresters on the 14th of June. Other than that, there's been nothing like this.
Graham takes the 1-2 pitch, good eye right there, and it's 2-2. 2-2, 2 down. Pearson Knoll, who's been fantastic, went 1-2-3 in the 5th, and so far, our first 2 batters retired in the 6th. Graham fouls the 2-2 pitch off. Nico Lima tosses it back, and it's still 2-2. Graham wearing number 9 today. Wearing number 35 his first game against the Saints, and he's worn 9 the last 2 days. Rocks the bat back and forth. Takes 2-2 inside, and the ump calls a big strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Pearson Knoll. The Oaks, no runs, no hits, no errors. No runners left on. Kevin Graham strikes out looking to close the top of the 6th. The Blues will be back up in the bottom half. We'll see if it's still Travis Weston. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Chris Torres on the mound now for the Conejo Oaks. Torres replacing Travis Weston. Travis Weston keeps getting better every start today. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Was assisted by some good defense and some very questionable base running by the Blues last inning. But nonetheless, Torres takes over with a 1-0 Conejo Oaks lead, and the first pitch pumped in there is inside, and it's a 1-0. He's facing off against Ryan McCarty. McCarty was on base, or was hitting when Stanovich was caught stealing. McCarty laces to Lima. Lima easily gets under it, and there's 1 down now here in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Cole now at the top of the order. Chris Torres this season 0 for 1. 7 1/3 innings pitched. Has a 7.36 ERA. 6 strikeouts. Allowed 6 runs, all 6 earned. 6 hits. And 3 walks. A lot of 6s. Ryan Cole today 0 for 2. Struck out swinging last time up in the 3rd. First pitch is inside, and it's 1-0. Torres pumps the second pitch in there. Swung on by Cole. Grounded to Odekirk at second. Odekirk quickly 4-3, and there's 2 down now.
That was actually Julian Burry, the outfielder from Columbia, coming in as a left-handed hitter for the new pitcher, Chris Torres.
So Ryan Cole ends the day 0 for 2. Julian Burry so far today 0 for 1. Hunter Swift up now. Swift had the first hit of the game for the Blues in the first inning, and that first pitch misses outside 1-0. Had a single, stole second, and was left on. Torres quickly 2 down. The 1-0 pitch beautifully delivered, beautifully framed, and it's 1-1.
Oaks are desperate for just one of those lockdown days out of the bullpen.
We've talked about it all season. Ground ball to short. Nice jumping play from Baldovino, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris Torres, the Blues. No runs, no hits, no errors, no left on base. And about an hour and a half into this game, we're already through 6. The Oaks will be back up in the top of the 7th, holding a 1-0 lead. Keep it here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Pearson Ole back out once again for the San Luis Obispo Blues. The Oaks holding a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. For play-by-play for the rest of the game, I'll throw it back to Jordan Brenner. Jordan?
A great job today, Zach Engberg. 7th inning from Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo, California. Nico Lima leads off the 7th inning for the Conejo Oaks. They're up 1-0. The first pitch from Ole swung on and belted deep center field. It's way back out to the track, and a running grab is made by Julian Burry. That's about the 5th time this season that Nico Lima has flown out to the track. Nothing to show for it. One gone in the 7th on a long, loud out.
I think he leads the league this season on warning track hits. Right there, not quite enough. That's tough. 395 straightaway center.
Jacob Castro is next, the first baseman for Conejo. Played ball with Coach Solis in high school at Rio Mesa as he fouls off the first pitch to the left side. Now the catcher at UC Irvine. Saw limited time there last year, but a productive summer here should fix that. And he's off to a good start. Batting average has been steadily rising as he fouls off the next pitch as well. 0-2 to the Oaks first baseman.
He's been a mainstay in this lineup, and you can tell how important his bat is to the lineup. Coach Lee is playing him at first, DH catcher, wherever he has to go to fill a hole and to be in that lineup.
Swinging a fly ball again out to center field. Burry is under it, and he makes the catch. That's the 3rd time today that Castro's flown out to center field. It's the 2nd time the Oaks have flown out to center field in this inning. And 2 quick ones for Pearson Ole, who has now retired 8 straight since coming into the ballgame. Only 2 strikeouts. Sure, I say only, but compared to his teammates Derek True and Mitchell Scott, yeah, only 2. First pitch is below the knees to Will Pickett, the new hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a bunt down the third base side and a ground out to second. Sinsheimer Stadium, one of the go-to spots here in SLO. 1-0 grounder to the third base side. Backhand attempt by Mercado. He can't get there. And Will Pickett is now 2 for 3. And he started off the summer in a nice way.
Pickett slapped that one hard down the third base line.
He's been hitting the ball well, Jordan.
He has been. And you know, a guy like Will Pickett, he's about as intelligent as they get. I mean, truly a student of the game. And he's 2 for 3. And he gets Raul Sandoval to the plate for his 3rd at-bat. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Runner on first, 2 gone. Oaks by 1. Throw to first. And a head-first slide by Pickett. He's back in safely.
Throw to first. Pickett's chase back. Sliding hands.
Sinsheimer Stadium's been around for nearly a half century here in San Luis Obispo. Obviously the home of the Blues. Ground ball, left side, backhand stop. Mercado across the diamond. Overhand throw. 5-3 to retire the side. No runs a hit, no errors. A runner left. Oaks still up 1. Bottom 7 after this on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Chris Torres back on the hill in what has been a pitcher's duel between the Conejo Oaks and San Luis Obispo Blues. We appreciate you joining us on a Sunday afternoon on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. A first pitch strike at the knees to the new hitter, Tyson Corio. Corio's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. He flew out to left in the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled near the dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. Began talking about Sinsheimer Stadium at the end of the last half inning. I mean, this is just a part of the community here in San Luis Obispo. A lot of people, from this area, they grow up going to the games. 0-2 is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's not just the Blues who play here, though. A lot of youth baseball, college baseball. There's a SLO triathlon that takes place here every year. Outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. But as beloved as this facility is, and I mean, clearly, you look around, there are around 1,000 people out here on a Sunday afternoon. 2-2 is outside for a full count. This facility, you look around, it's not quite Orange County Great Park Stadium or Sparky Anderson Field. The facility has been run down a little bit. It's been used quite a bit. Payoff pitch is upstairs, and Corio leads off the bottom of the 7th with a walk. And that'll be the tying run for SLO. So this year, it's interesting. There has been a lot of debate in the community about whether to renovate this facility. There were a bunch of advocates to introduce a campaign to renovate Sinsheimer Stadium, but people on the other side have said, why don't we put the money into youth baseball, building a larger quantity of fields for the youngsters? A throw over to first base, and the second baseman, Corio, back in with a head-first slide. So a little bit of politics for you on a Sunday afternoon. Again, the throw over, and Corio back in. Corio wears 43 for this team. He's stolen 3 bags in 5 attempts. Torres throws into Emerson. He shows bunt and taps it foul.
I was chatting with Blues coach Dan Marple before the game today, and he was talking about how important this team is in the community, how, the TV crew is always coming out. They always make time. As you can see, this stadium is full. It's an integral part of this San Luis Obispo community.
Another throw over. Corio was caught with a little bit of a flinch towards second. He gets away from Castro, but he does a good job slowing down that ball. And
slowing down. Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. Well, he did. Slowed it down with his leg. A run on 4 hits for Conejo. No runs, 3 hits for the Blues. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. 0-2. I have a feeling that we'll see John Vergara today. Oaks reliever last year had a big season, but has gotten off to a really slow start. Might be the day to introduce him, as the Blues lineup is really scuffling today. 0-2, a runner on first. Nobody out in the inning. Torres' pitch is high, 1-2. Battle between 2 of the last place teams in the CCL.
3 teams from the main division get to go to the CCL playoffs on July 25th and 26th.
1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Another throw over. And again in the dirt, Torres frustrated with himself. He's been awfully wild with those throwovers, Zach.
Tyson Corio only 3 stolen bases this season, so he's got a little bit of speed, but Chris Torres, all his attention is towards Corio at first.
I mean, you can sense how important that runner is and how dear this 1-0 lead is to Conejo. The 1-2, swing and a miss, elevated a heater, and he strikes him out swinging. The 5th strikeout of the ballgame for the Conejo Oaks. Number 1 for Chris Torres, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And I like this mound visit for Daniel Krasnick. A great at-bat for Chris Torres to not only keep Corio close at first, but to strike out Emerson. Now the Oaks regather and try and figure out what's next. Coach Solis is out to the mound, and he's going to call for the lefty. Actually looks like a righty for the Oaks. We'll get you the new pitcher when we come back. And Torres' final line, Oaks up 1-0 on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. The sidewinder, Kyle Nickel, comes in to clean up what was not a big mess that Chris Torres created, but there's still a runner on first with an out in the inning. And Ford Sherrington is the hitter. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a line out to the third baseman. It was a leaping grab to end the fourth made by Will Picketts. Torres went 1 in the third, no hits, no runs, a walk, and he struck out a batter. This is the second outing for Kyle Nickel this summer with a runner on first. The sidewinder throws a first pitch fastball. Krasnick throws from his knees, and it's into center field. Corio is going to trot to third, and the tying runner is 90 feet away. So a stolen bag and then an advancement on the error by the catcher. And here we go. The Blues are in business in the seventh.
For the first time today, we see the Oaks making a mistake. The Blues have made several mistakes defensively and on the base paths, and for the first time today, the Oaks return the favor.
0-1, infield in. The next pitch on the sinker is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. A run on 4 hits for Caneo. No runs, 3 hits for the Blues. And the 1-1 pitch, slider high, pop-up on the infield. Paul Davino is under it, and he makes the catch and tosses it back to the pitcher. A massive second out here in the seventh. And now there's 2 gone for Ruben Mercado.
That's big. Not only does he get the second out, but doesn't go into the outfield. No chance for Corio to score from third. Fantastic second out.
And now the biggest at-bat of the game for Mercado. A swerve outside, 1-0 to Mercado. Entered today's game hitting .368 with 2 doubles, a triple and no home runs this summer. Has grounded out to shortstop twice today. 1-0. Now the set for Nickel and the pitch. Swing and a foul behind home. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oaks looking for their second in a row. Blues looking for their 3rd win in a row. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corners playing shallow, middle infield playing deep, and the outfield is straight away here at Sinsheimer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple gone. Nickel gets his sign. The pitch. And a check swing foul to the right side. 1 and 2 confused him on the slider there.
Right there, I think you see the result of that sidearm delivery. It looks so strange coming out, especially after seeing Weston and Chris Torres.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on third, and the pitch. Ground ball right side. A diving attempt by Odekirk. It's into right field, and the game is tied. Tyson Corio delivers a 2-out RBI base hit to right field. It's a new ball game. We're tied at 1.
It was a really nice piece of hitting by Mercado right there. Just past the diving Odekirk. Couldn't quite make the play. Bounced right by him. We got a new ball game here, folks. 1-1 game.
A good attempt by Odekirk, the second baseman, just over his glove. And forget everything, folks. We're tied here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This should be an exciting finish. Toby Rumfield is next. He grounds one to the right side. Odekirk fields, and he throws to Nickel covering after Castro was taken out of the play, diving for that ball. That is going to be 4-1 on the putout. And the Oaks are out of the 7th inning. Not before a run on a hit, no errors, a runner left. It is the Oaks 1 and the Blues 1. On to the 8th on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. New pitcher, that's a welcome sight for the Conejo Oaks as Pearson Ole is out of the ball game, replaced by a right-handed pitcher, Kai Janowitz. He's going to be a freshman at UC Davis come the fall, but now he is in a deadlocked ball game at 1 in the top of the 8th inning, facing the new hitter for the Conejo Oaks, Daniel Krasnick. Get you Janowitz's numbers after the first pitch. Kras digs in. He's 0 for 2 with a couple Ks. And he takes a sinking fastball to the outside corner. It is no balls and 1 strike against Daniel Krasnick. Now the 0-1. Again a strike. 0-2. Janowitz has been busy this summer. Already 14 and a third innings pitched. And he has a 2.51 ERA. He struck out 11 batters to only 5 walks. And the 0-2 is in the dirt. And a back pick attempt by Miles Emerson, the catcher. 1-2. Blues tied it up in the bottom of the 7th inning. A walk issued by Chris Torres. And then that was all she wrote for him. Kyle Nickel came in, struck out a batter Emerson, and got Sherrington to pop up. Kras fouls that one out of play. Hit pretty hard to the right side. Still 1-2. So with 2 outs and a runner on second, that's right, Corio, the runner, stole second base. Ruben Mercado hit an RBI base hit to right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A look in for Janowitz. And out time is called by Kras.
from the Foresters. Lost all 3 games in that series by
Blues have been exceptional here at home as the 1-2 is offered. Below the knees, Kraz. A nice eye, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No surprise there.
Approaching the 3 o'clock hour from San Luis Obispo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up, right side, and into the seats. Bounces off the sidewalk and into the hands of a lucky fan. See if he gives
Snagged it real easy.
A beer in the left, ball in the right.
Goals.
It's another day at the ballpark. So still 2-2 to Kraz, looking to get on base to lead off this inning. It's one of the better on-base percentages on this Oaks team. Janowitz gets his sign. The righty looks in. A long pause. The wind, the fire, the pitch. A check swing. Did he go? He did. He commits the crime, says the home plate umpire. Breaks his wrist and strikes out swinging. The first strikeout for Janowitz. And on the day, that is now 11 strikeouts for the SLO Blues.
And 3 for Krasnick.
2 swinging for Kraz, 1 looking. A day that he will not like to remember. Still more time, though, for him. Gabe Baldovino is next. He's 0 for 2, and he takes a first pitch. I wonder what. It's a strike. We're getting used to saying that today. 1 to the righty Baldovino. Infielder swings and flies one right side. Shallow right field. Swift in from right. Out from second is Corio, and he makes the catch. It was Corio who grabbed it near the line, and there's 2 away quickly here in the 8th inning.
That'll go down as an F4, but more like an F9.
Justin Ammons is up next. He's 0 for 3 today. See if he can spark a rally. We've seen him have a number of big hits this season. The talented outfielder, athletic. He's a base stealer, but he showed off some pop so far this season. Janowitz gets his sign with 2 outs and nobody on, tied at 1. The righty winds and fires, but first time is called. Yeah, Mercado from third is in. Down and inside, 1-0. Look out to right field. He sees some beautiful mountains here in SLO. Beach isn't too far from here. Never is in SLO. 1-0. Bounces in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Most of the production for the Oaks has come from the middle part of the order, including Graham, Lima, and Castro. No surprise there. Only 1 run. It came in the 4th inning. Now the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. This has to be a red light situation for Ammons. You think about the speed he has on first. A walk could easily turn into a double or triple. The 3-0. And a get me over strike, 3-1.
1-1 game.
If you're just joining us, it's been a pitcher's duel from SLO. 1-1 ball game, 8th inning. And the 3-1 is low. A walk for Justin Ammons, and the go-ahead run is on with 2 gone in the 8th inning.
Massive walk, great eye from Ammons there. We'll see if Coach Solis employs some base running right here. Ammons, as you mentioned, is a weapon on the base paths.
See if he can get a good jump here. He's certainly going to be trying to go. Still 20-plus bags this past season at Tennessee. A big lead at first for Ammons, and the new hitter is Odekirk. He's 0 for 3 with a couple lineouts to second and a strikeout. With 2 outs in the inning, the first pitch, fly ball shallow right field, long run for Corio, the second baseman, and he falls to his feet, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Lost his footing at the last second, still managed to locate that ball and put it away. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. We're tied at 1 to the bottom of the 8th. Right here on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
And one earned
Chris
run.
Torres coming back out for the Oaks, looking to bridge the gap from the 8th to the 9th inning. Actually, part of me, that'll be Kyle Nickel came in for Torres with no outs in the 7th inning. Nickel did a good job, gave up a hit, and retired the 3 other batters he faced. Gave up a run, but it wasn't charged to him. First pitch is outside to Dane Stankiewicz, the shortstop. This past year at Grand Canyon, he hit 2 for 20. Good program there in Arizona. And the 1-0 touches the outside corner. A nice frame from Daniel Krasnick to secure a 1-1 count. One ball, one strike. Deadlocked at 1.
1-1.
The sidearm fires a slider outside, 2-1.
Tanner Lindsley was actually the last bat in the bottom of the 7th.
Big game for the Oaks. Down the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled to the left side, out of play. Up near the bushes.
Stankiewicz so far.
2 strikes and 2 balls against the new hitter, Stankiewicz. McCarty's on deck, followed by Julian Burry. Been a quick one so far. Not sure how much longer we'll be here. Could be a while. Neither of these teams have been able to score too often. Run in the 7th for the Blues, a run in the 4th inning for Caneo. And the 2-2 misses. The count is full.
Both teams searching for a league win.
Yesterday, one of the things that was most impressive for the Oaks was their 8th and 9th innings. Part of the game that their pitchers have struggled on recently. 3-2, jam shot, fly ball left field. Nico Lima was playing shallow, and he comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. Nico Lima's instincts as a defender have really improved. We talked to him before the game yesterday, and obviously I mentioned to him, Nico, you're hitting the snot out of the ball recently. But Nico Lima's head is focused on where he is going as a baseball player. That progression right now has to come on defense. He's making strides so far this year.
Well, he played a lot at first base early in the season, but I've seen a lot of promise in left field. I feel like that might be his spot for the rest of the summer. He's been great in left field.
Ryan McCarty, the DH, is 0 for 2, and he hits here with an out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Odekirk shaded slightly right on the right side of the infield for the lefty. A first pitch sinker comes back and skims the inside corner. It's 0-1.
Nickel is throwing off the Blues, the first side pitcher they've seen this season.
No balls, a striking out. Torres' delivery swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
0-1 swung through by Lindsley to make it 0-2.
And Kyle Nickel. I mean, he's impressed here so far today, pounding the zone just like Torres and Weston did. Now the set. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Torres fires. Swinging a high fly ball inside the infield right side, foul territory. Castro over, Krasnick over, and he runs out of room. The ball drops just in fair territory.
Krasnick might have had a play on it, but I don't think he could see the ball in the air.
Pardon me. Ryan McCarty is now the pinch hitter. The pinch hitter is Brady Lindsley.
The count right now for Brady Lindsley, just trying to stay alive.
So 0-2 against Lindsley in his first at-bat. McCarty finishes the day 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a grounder right side, foul. Where's number 2 for this team?
Brady Lindsley wearing red gloves and red shoes signifying his Oklahoma background.
So far this season, Lindsley's hitting 190. His one extra base hit this summer was a home run. The 0-2 bounces outside. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes as that ball gets to the backstop. Pickett's Baldovino on the left side for Caneo. Baldovino playing shortstop on the cut of the outfield grass. Odekirk doing the same at second with Castro on first. And the 1-2. is a breaking ball, down and inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brady Lindsley got a new bat.
Nico Lima is playing shallow in left field. Ammons a deep center field. Raul Sandoval straight away and right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and out with the bases empty. Swing and a high flyer. Right side inside the infield. Castro calls off Odekirk and makes the catch around 15 feet behind the bag for out number 2. Julian Burry is next. Came in to replace Ryan Cole the last time. He came up, which was in the 6th inning, and grounded out. Cole finished the day 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to right field.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Off day tomorrow for Conejo.
Grab out there, his first time up.
Trying to get their second straight. Looking to catch fire before the homestand. First pitch slider to Burry is outside and low. Hunter Swift is on deck if the inning gets there.
He's retired the first 2 this inning.
So 1 o'clock start here in slow. And the 1-0 pitch. Bunt laid down left side. Pickett charges. Bare hand. Sidearm throw to first. Not in time. A great effort by Will Pickett. A little bit too much speed for Julian Burry. He beats it out for a 2-out base hit. But how about Will Pickett's at third just to make that one close? Awfully impressive.
Ryan Cole and Julian Burry are masters of bunting for singles, and Burry does it again. Did it against the Foresters in the 9th inning. Does it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. He is the leading run on first.
And Coach Solis out to the hill before the great hitter Hunter Swift takes his hacks. Swift is 1 for 3 today. Entered today just under 370 with his average. Solis takes the ball from Kyle Nickel. This is really the first time we've seen Solis play matchups this summer. And he got to in a pitcher's duel. Nickel is done. The Oaks will go to the pen. Get you the new arm when we come back. And a 1-1 ball game. Runner on first with 2 gone on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. John Vergara comes into the ball game. He's wearing the number 34 today. The lefty from UC Irvine is doing his warm-ups now. Oaks deciding to bring in Vergara for Kyle Nickel to face the left-handed hitting Hunter Swift. He's been quiet today, only an infield single and a stolen bag. But Coach Solis and this entire Oaks roster, they know what he can do. And I guess this is the first time we're seeing Coach Solis play matchups this summer. I'm excited to see because this is the first postseason type of feel I think the Oaks have had all summer.
And John Vergara, as you've alluded to, he was fantastic last summer. He was good at UC Irvine this year, but so far this summer he's been pretty bad. 2 in the third innings. He's faced 17 batters, allowed 6 runs, a 19.1 ERA, only 4 strikeouts, 8 hits allowed. We'll see if he can step up here. All he needs is the 1 out.
Kyle Nickel went 1 in the third, gave up 2 hits. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Our runner on first with 2 gone. Here's the matchup of the game so far. Vergara versus Swift. First pitch, fastball. At the chest for a strike.
Getting down to crunch time in the bottom of the 8th in a pitcher's duel. Both teams have now brought out 4 different pitchers, and every single pitcher.
0-1. The attention here has shifted from the barbecue to the baseball game. High and tight, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm still thinking about barbecue.
Yeah, I think you're going to go from the baseball game right to the barbecue.
Absolutely.
And then to the bus, and then straight to the bathroom. 1 ball, 1 strike, a runner on with 2 gone. Vergara checks the runner, deals to the lefty. A fastball high, 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 to Swift. Swift, the junior from Oral Roberts. Trying to keep things going for the Blues.
Oaks are at home on Thursday.
It's been close throughout and fast moving.
Then 2 straight road games.
End of a 6-game home
2-1 hits the bat of the batter, Hunter Swift. I think it caught off the knob, and the count is 2-2.
Adjusting his cap.
Oaks playing no doubles defense now. Trying to keep one from getting to the wall. Julian Burry, some speed at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tied at 1, bottom 8. Vergara gets his sign. Raises the knee, fires. Runner goes. Pop up behind home into foul territory. Right onto the grass behind the 1,000-plus seats. Count stays 2-2.
That could possibly be helpful. Also, he could just take off running.
Clay Rickerman ended the ball game for the Oaks yesterday. Gave up 3 runs, though 1 was earned. Particularly impressive in the 8th and 9th. Oaks looking for something similar today as the 2-2 misses high on a fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner will almost certainly be on the move. Vergara retakes the rubber. The UC Irvine Anteater comes set. He checks his sign. The payoff pitch. Runner goes high on a fastball. And Swift is aboard first. He's on base for the 2nd time today. 2 on with 2 outs. And the go-ahead runner is on 2nd base.
Tough spot. Great at-bat from Hunter Swift. Tyson Corio up now, the 3-hitter. Looks like Coach Lees is coming out. There are a couple arms warming up in the bullpen. I see Carson Carter and Clay Rickerman. We'll see what Coach Lees does here if he keeps in Vergara, switches out a righty to face the righty, Corio.
And now the meeting. Coach Lees, so much trust in John Vergara. Vergara used a huge season for the Oaks last year. Earned himself an opportunity for one of the best programs on the West Coast, UC Irvine. So Lee's trusting his scuffling lefty. I mean, Vergara, I think he knows, everybody knows so far this season something's been a little bit off for him. But he's such an important arm for this team as Oaks try to fill the innings towards the back half before Angus Denton gets here. Today, John Vergara asked to get 1 out. 2 on, 2 outs. Burry on 2nd, Swift on 1st. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. Corio is 0 for 2. Reached on a walk, stole a bag, and scored in the 7th. Struck out in the 4th looking and flew out to left field in the 1st. Now the set. Krasnick lays down his sign. A check of the runner at 2nd and the 0-1. Another fastball, again too high, 1-1.
Being patient, looking at the first 2 pitches.
Gorgeous summer day here in San Luis Obispo. Late June, perfect weather. A slight breeze out to left field and a cloudless day. 1-1, 2 gone. The pitch, high, fastball. And Vergara misses, and it's 2-1.
Got to be careful here. He's been missing so far today. Walked the first batter. You don't want to load the bases right here.
Up next is Emerson. Blues could possibly switch him out. He's 0 for
2-1, 2 gone, 2 on. Vergara, a long look at the runner. He begins to go. A fastball is swung on and missed, located well to the outer half of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 run, 4 hits, an error for the Conejo Oaks. A run on 5 hits, no errors for the SLO Blues. 2-2 against the righty Corio. Vergara sets. And the pitch. Lined hard, right side, out of play and out of the ballpark.
Corio stays alive, about to see his 6th pitch. In a battle.
Just past 3:17 p.m. and the drama starts to pick up here in San Luis Obispo, Jordan.
Starting to pick up, but it's been a dramatic game throughout. 2 on, 2 out, tied at 1. Vergara pitches. The pitch is fouled back behind home.
That one got out of the stadium.
We'll do pitch number 7 in this at-bat.
Right of the plate.
They love their Blues here. This crowd ready to erupt.
Blues trying to.
Vergara trying to keep it quiet.
Against the last place Oaks. Blues are 1 spot above them in 5th.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2. Vergara set.
The lefty offers the pitch. Ground ball right side into right field. Past the diving glove of Castro. Coming in around third is Burry. He'll score. And the Blues take a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning on an opposite field RBI knock by Tyson Corio. That'll take the air out of you if you're an Oaks fan. A clutch knock for the Blues. And now they look to add an insurance run with runners on the corners and 2 outs in the inning.
Vergara comes on, walks Hunter Swift, allows a massive line drive single into right field for Tyson Corio. Great piece of hitting by Corio. See why he's hitting third, but all of a sudden this game changes. Travis Weston was fantastic to start, and the bullpen once again allowed a run in the 7th, a run in the 8th, and all of a sudden the Oaks are down by 1.
No fear for the Oaks. They've been a 9th inning team so far this year. Now Emerson hits. The catcher, who bats from the right side, takes a strike on the outside corner. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the 7th and grounded out to first in the 1st. Walked in the 4th inning. Oaks led for almost the entirety of this game. 0-1's outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The game was tied last inning in the 7th as Tyson Corio came around to score the tying run. This inning, he delivers the go-ahead RBI base hit, and we'll see what toy Dan Marple goes to in the 9th inning. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2. And I say that because he's got so many to choose from, so many arms. This could be the best bullpen in the CCL, and that's something to be said when you have a team like the Foresters who field some of the best D1 arms across the country. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runners on the corners. Runner goes from first. He's caught in between first and second. Vergara goes to second. To Odekirk, throws home. The tag by Krasnick is on target. And the Oaks play solid defense and get out of the 8th inning with only 1 run given up. That's the 3rd poor base running mistake that the Blues have made today. And in the inning, a run on 2 hits, no errors, a runner left. It's the Blues up 2-1 over the Oaks. Conejo, a chance to tie or take the lead. 1 final chance in the top of the 9th. Keep it here. I don't expect you're going anywhere on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network.
The White Sox were.
Top of the ninth inning, 3 outs to play with for the Conejo Oaks. And they got the part of the lineup they want up in a 2-1 ball game from Sinsheimer Stadium in San Luis Obispo. Kevin Graham, who's 1 for 3 with a double to left field on a run scored, hits, and he is the tying runner. He hit 10 home runs his freshman season in the SEC at Ole Miss, and he faces the future Cal Berkeley Bear, Dylan Beavers. Swing and a miss, fastball outside. Just graduated high school, Beavers did, and he replaces Kai Janowitz, who went an inning, walked a batter, and struck out one. Swing and a foul left side, and Graham is behind 0-2.
Beavers, the Cal Berkeley signee, hasn't pitched in a while. The last time
it's been quite the outing for both pitching staffs today. The 0-2 pitch, fouled back. Graham stays alive. Nico Lima flew out to the deepest part of center field his last time up. Part of a 1 for 3 performance for Lima. Now they're set in the 0-2. High fastball, looking for Graham to chase upstairs. Not interested in that one. The 1-2. Swinging a foul on an off-speed pitch, and Graham stays alive.
Another high leverage situation late in the game for the Oaks. I feel like they've been in this situation 4 out of 5 games this year.
Oaks have been a good team late in ball games. They have 4 walk-off hits this season. Can't walk off on the road, but they could definitely use that late magic. As the 1-2 is delivered, and it's cut on and missed around the diamond. The Blues throw it. The first strikeout for Beavers, and there's 1 gone of the 9th inning. That is the 12th strikeout for the Blues today. And it's Nico Lima's turn, and if there's anybody the Oaks want up, it's this guy here. He's 1 for 3 with a single to right field. He stole 2 bags back in the 3rd inning and was stranded at 3rd. The first pitch from Beavers, ground ball right side, and it gets through into right field, a base hit. A little chopper that sneaks through, and the Oaks have the tying runner aboard in the top of the 9th inning. A clutch knock from Nico Lima.
We'll see if Coach Solis calls a couple stolen bases. Right here, we've seen his speed on display today.
And now the powerful lefty first baseman today, Jacob Castro. He's been up 3 times, and he's flown out to center 3 times. Some defensive adjustments. Dylan Beavers, this has got to be a big game for him, too. I mean, you can't really match this type of environment, this type of situation in high school ball against the defending CCL champions. A runner on first and out, the pitch to Castro. A fastball in the inner half, a strike.
Emerson struggled to find the ball, kicking it around a little bit, but Lima won't move.
Beavers wears number 22 for this team. He has a 2.25 ERA and 4 innings pitched. He's walked 3, and he does not have any strikeouts this summer. The 0-1 pitch. Lima begins to go from first, and he stops. That pitch misses inside, 1-1. Lima stole 2 bags earlier in this ball game to give him a season total of 7 in 9 attempts. Such a versatile player as he inches out from first. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball, right side, foul. A little nubber, and it's 1-2. A run on 4 hits, an error for Conejo. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Blues. They're trying to get out of here with their 3rd straight win. Battle between 2 of the better starters in this league, Derek True and Travis Weston. Now the 1-2 pitch. Castro takes high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off day tomorrow for Conejo, then 3 at home at Sparky Anderson. 2 will be against the Blues.
Against the team the Blues have had since their 2-1 loss to the Foresters. That went
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Lima stops at second. The tying run's on second. The go-ahead run's on first. Another big hit for Caneo. And here comes Will Pickett's. He's already 2 for 3 today with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Massive piece of hitting, Jacob Castro right there. First hit of the game. Flew out to center field 3 times right there. Wasn't trying to do too much. A beautifully hit ground ball up the middle. The Oaks 2 runners on. Will Pickett's got to be careful here. Try to keep the ball in the air because anything on the ground in the infield is going to be dangerous. That might end the game.
Will Pickett's played baseball this past year for Cal State Bakersfield. Began his college career at Pierce College in LA. This past season for Will Pickett's, he hit .226. He started 32 out of 40 games. He had 13 RBIs and a single home run. From Bishop Almany High School.
He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles.
And it looks like Steele Ledford in the on-deck circle. If he were to get on, he would replace Raul Sandoval.
Let's see if Will Pickett's can get a big hit on his birthday. Slider down and outside, 1-0. That's right. He was born on July 23rd, 1998. Son of Bill and Eden Pickett's.
It's June, Jordan. It's June.
It's June right now?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm just digging for a story.
Yikes.
That was bad.
It's been a long week.
That's terrible. 1-0, 1 out, 2 on. 2-1 is the score. Pickett's takes outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Feel free to give it to me in the comments if you want to.
We have a player like Beavers who dominated high school play. Not used to being in these situations. He's
only a month off.
Will
That's all right.
Pickett's a month away from his birthday. A big spot. Let's see if he can get a hit. 2 balls, no strikes. Outside on a fastball. 3 balls, no strikes for the Caneo Oaks.
Great spot to load the bases. But also it's a spot for Pickett's. At 3-0, Beavers might be trying to get a strike. Young player, he might leave something up.
Beavers sets. The 3-0 pitch. On the outside corner, 3-1. Appreciate you spending your Sunday afternoon with us on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Jordan Brenner and Zach Engberg with you in the top of the 9th inning. Oaks down 2-1, though the board reads 3-1 in left center field. Now the pitch to Pickett's outside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the Caneo Oaks. We've called them the comeback Caneo Oaks so far this season, Zach. Let's see if that name holds true today.
Steele Ledford up to bat, a big pinch hit situation for Ledford. Sandoval went 0 for 3 today, struck out, swinging in the second. Ledford a great shot right here to take the lead or tie the game for the Oaks.
Dylan Beavers' day is done. He gave up 2 hits and a walk. He struck out the first batter he faced, but he put his team in a tough spot here in the top of the 9th. A pitching change as Beavers leaves. We'll come back for the conclusion of the top of the 9th inning. 2-1, Blues with the bases loaded in and out on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. Bases loaded, top of the ninth inning. Pinch hitter is Steele Ledford for Raul Sandoval. The new pitcher, Evan Ingram from Hendrix College. He's been nothing short of filthy this summer. He's struck out the side the last 3 innings he's pitched. Has 18 Ks in 12 2/3 innings this year. His ERA is 1.42. Quite the task for him, though, here. 1 out, bases loaded, 2-1 Blues. And his first pitch to Ledford is outside, 1-0 to Steele. Ledford was in the game yesterday. He was in until the 8th inning. He went 1 for 3, reached twice, though, on an error in the second. He doubled to right field in the 4th and scored 2 runs. The 1-0. Ledford grounds one to short. Fielded by Stankiewicz to second for 1. Ledford thinks he beats it, and he's called out. The game is over. 6-4-3, and the Blues shock the Oaks. They win this one 2-1 in the 9th inning on a 6-4-3 double play. An instant classic here for Oaks baseball, Zach. But the Oaks dropped the final game of the 6-game stretch. They finished that stretch 1-5 with their only win coming yesterday. A lot of positives, though, from today's game. This team came out. They played a playoff brand of baseball. The offense wasn't here today, but how about the pitching staff locking down for, 7 innings?
Well, it was another case of Travis Weston. A starter was fantastic, but little mistakes. A bad throw from Krasnick. You miss a couple pitches, give up a couple hits in inopportune situations, and you play well, but you take the 2-1 loss. But I have to say, a tough end to a week full of tough ends. Another one right here. Have the lead going into the 7th inning and can't hold on to it.
SLO moves to 17-7 on the season. They win their 3rd in a row, and they move to 5-6 in the CCL. Tough loss for Caneo. They move to 4-10 overall. 4-10 in the CCL, 6-10 overall. And they head into the off day with a tough one, a stinger. But they're back in action against the SLO Blues come Tuesday, where the Oaks will start a 3-game stretch at home. It was a fun game today. Travis Weston was lights out. He went 5 innings of scoreless baseball, gave up 2 hits, and struck out 4. Ultimately, the Blues took this one late. We appreciate you joining us on the Oaks Baseball Broadcasting Network. We hope you join us again on Tuesday. But for now, we say goodbye. Thanks to everybody who made this possible. The entire intern crew for the SLO Blues who made our stay here in the press box so fantastic. Emily Hilsinger on production, the entire Oaks, and Coach Solis. For my broadcasting partner, Zach Engberg, I'm Jordan Brenner signing off. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we look forward to talking to you come Tuesday.